You throw them glasses on. I know you heard that I've been shining. You could pass it on. Give me my line and feeling horizons international. Pull them out of darkness. Yeah, out of my partners.
Welcome to another episode of Wrestling the Rap Game. And man, I have a special guest, man. This is my boy. It's been we didn't been around some spots. Yeah, it's been around some spots. Oh man, I want to introduce my boy Payne. He's in the building.
Yeah,
how you feeling, brother?
Yeah, I'm feeling well.
Good, man.
Yeah, today is a wonderful day. Busy day, but a wonderful day.
I feel that, bro. I feel that, man. Met you through P Butter, man. Shout out to P Butter.
Shout out to the brother.
You know what I'm saying? I know you guys go way back. But I believe I met you at one of his birthday shows in
probably like 2-3 years ago, right?
2019.
Yeah.
I think that was the one that
that was my first one that I think I did.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know I met you at that one. I was DJing that one. That was, I mean, it feels so long ago. I haven't DJed in so long. But
I forgot you were DJing.
Yeah, exactly, man. But yeah, man, you killed that show, bro. You had just said and you did your thing. I think I still have your music from that set on my computer
and
too.
I'm probably still performing those songs. Like you building it.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Oh man, now I'm happy to have you on the show, bro. We've been talking about doing this for a while. We finally here. We finally made it happen.
In the building. Oh.
So man, yeah, like I said, I'm happy for you to be here, man. So yeah, man, let's get into it, bro. You know, I know you got some new music, man. I just posted at this time of recording. I just posted something onto my Instagram, dropping some gems. Man, the last month you dropped your single Mirror.
Yep. Yeah. September.
Yeah, bro. You
rocking with it?
Yeah, I'm definitely rocking with it.
Yeah, okay. That makes me feel good
because
it was experimental for me, man. Like that was a this year craft of a song. Like that really just like was very now energy.
Mm-hmm.
So like it feels good to hear like it's not people being attached to like my old sound or nothing. That's like, no, if y'all like what I'm doing right now, y'all gonna like all the stuff I drop now too.
Got you.
Yeah, so thank you.
No, I definitely I just on the way over here I heard it I listened to it like 7 times in a row, bro. Like 7-8 times in a row.
Yeah. How does that make you feel? Does it feel like describe like the experience that you see if you close your eyes? You were driving, so don't close your eyes.
So when I was driving and when I listened to it, it wasn't the first time I listened to it, but it was my first in the car anyway. So that was my first time listening to it in the car. Because I feel like exactly in the crib is one thing, but like in the car is like a whole different aspect.
Shout out to the car in the building, the car we are. That's my brother. He in the cut.
And now, bro, when I listened to the car, I was like, I guess I want to. It sounds corny, but like at peace. Like I was just like vibing, just bobbing my head, listening to it, you know, trying to just, you know, a lot of this music is kind of like microwaved. And this one, it was like a home cooked meal, like grandma on the stove. And you could tell like there was a lot of, you know, work put into it, bro. And that's like when I listened to it for the first time, I was like, okay. And then I listened to it again. And, you know, a lot of music as well, like it being microwave, it doesn't have a lot of replay value or a lot of substance. And I feel like this had a lot of substance in it.
Hey man, I completely receive that. Thank you. Because it
problem,
is
man.
like, yeah, it's like it's actual craft, man. It's like people don't look at rap as art, but granted, the Kendrick, the Jay-Z's hitting those kind of like pinnacle outside of rap situations as far as like the writing Hall of Fame, all that kind of stuff. But like it's people are starting to see like, nah, we're telling real stories. If you really tap in and listen to the ones that are telling stories that they're trying to heal from, stuff like that. It's like, yeah, man, that feels good to me to know that was actually heard. Yeah, that's really what it was.
No, it really was. You know, and a lot of I noticed with like your music, you put gems in there for like people to like, you know, I'm trying to keep it PG on here, but you know, like on the hook, first line is, you know, I'm the mirror, face your
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you have gems in there for people to be like, you know what I mean? And even you had one of the bars was I'm legit, but I've always been legit. But you know the Instagram pictures or whatever you mentioned like pictures and stuff. Like it's like there's some secret low key gems in there that you for people so you can tell people like it like this is where we are now with music that I have to do this and you know what I mean like
and it's from real experience. Like I was the young artist that was here when Instagram started. I was there like and I got all the followers because I was there first. It's like I peeped all of that and I see how that's like evolved to where like the music is now microwave because the people's like mental frame of even being able to pay attention to stuff is so short. It's like as it was 1 minute videos when videos were first introduced. That was I don't think Instagram and Twitter maybe. Then it got down to like the 6-second thing with
Vine, yeah,
and it's like if that's how people want to consume it, I'll make sure at least every 6 seconds of my song is dope so that you can do that with it. But like still as a complete structure, it is something that you should be consuming in the full thing because it's not even me dropping gems. I appreciate people saying it, but it's really me just like saying the stuff that I learned. You know what I'm saying?
I take it as like it's grown man music.
Facts.
Like, you know what I mean? You mentioned Hove. Like I feel it's like it's kind of like a Hove thing. Hove has always been making grown man music, but he drops little gems in there for you to when you listen to it, it resonates with you, and then you're like, damn, like, you know what I mean? I gotta get my ish together. You know what I'm saying? Like,
even if you catch it later, it's cool because like, it's just getting it off so that it is there. That's the new history. I've been on this wave of like, and I know you listen to Nas and all those people too. So like, I've been on this wave of like the 90s hip hop artists. They were the writers of the new books of the Bible. Yeah. Like if people were to go 1,000 years from now and find all these mixtapes and Nas's old verses and all that stuff, they'll be able to listen to that stuff and actually hear what real day-to-day life on a human level was. Yeah. They're not hearing all the extra. They're seeing exactly what street level, face-to-face with human beings life is. So, like, I want to be a part of that. I want my music to be heard 1,000 years from now. And it's like, oh, this was life back then. Because I'm a human. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling the experience that at least anyone that needs food, that needs a home, that has a mom, has a dad. I mean, you were birthed from somewhere. Like those are the things that I think are relatable across the board. So that's what I try to focus on. Yeah. Like, and I love people. So love might make people feel uncomfortable sometimes, but at the end of the day, at least makes you feel something. So I try to stick in that, man, because that's the life I'm trying to like exude. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you actually like resonating with that, bro.
No problem. And then I believe it was on Envy that you said you have
Envy?
That you have cities on your back. And then you said something about Mr. Manhattan. Are you a New Yorker?
Oh, Mirror.
On Mirror. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So are you a New Yorker?
Nah. Okay. So by association, I'll say. So Mr. Manhattan, I was actually talking about Dr. Manhattan from The Watchmen.
Got you.
And his whole story is that, or at least the piece that I took from him in the newer version of it that came out, is that he's like everywhere at once. So while he's present, like I'm right here talking to you, but I'm also in my past experiences that I'm referring to, as well as the future that I'm creating. I'm seeing it all, but I'm like putting myself here to like, So it was like that. That was like it was just a nod to something I was watching at the time, actually. Got you. But no, and I'm glad you caught that too. I love New York. That's like second home for real to me. Like outside of being here, like New York is definitely my most favorite place to be. I've been to LA, been to Atlanta, all these different places, great cities, you know what I'm saying, for everything that they have. But New York is like, I feel at home like getting on the subway. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it reminds me of Broward's bus situation. Like, Orlando's bus situation sucks. Like, everything is late. But in Broward, it's literally every 15 minutes and there's buses going every way. So you can get everywhere. I grew up hitting the city buses. Got you. So, like, going to New York feels like I could get everywhere I need to go. Hitting this,
just worse weather.
Yeah, it's like it feels good, bro. Like, and it's just I feel creative there. I got a lot of friends there. So I missed my trip this time. I wait till it thaws out. So I'm gonna go back in the spring probably. Got
you. And then I think this is why I confused it. On Envy, you have a line that I really like.
Mirror? You saying Envy? What's Envy?
That was
talking about Mirror?
No. Your single from in January that you dropped in January?
January. Oh, Wavy.
Wavy. That's what I don't know why.
I got you.
Yes, my fault. Bro, you have a bar on there that
Wavy is like it's like I was in a weird place when I dropped it, and I didn't push it as much. I didn't perform it as much. But tell me what you heard, bro.
You have a bar on there that I don't know if anybody caught it, but I caught it instantly. As soon as you said it, I was like, bro. So you have a bar that I believe you're talking to the kids, but you said, don't be afraid to be a shepherd because everybody is sheep, bro. That bar is so like low key, but fire at the same time, bro. Because I caught it instantly. Instantly, I was like, yo, that's a bar. And bro, you went crazy on that.
Bro, yes. And I'm glad you picked that. I was talking to the kids. And truth being told, that's us too.
Yeah.
It's talking to anybody that still resonates with that, like, that wonder of life. Not like, oh, I know everything. Not my traumas are so present that I can't enjoy the day. Like, kids ain't thinking about none of that.
No.
Like, that's
none
of that stuff.
They're
guys. Yeah, and granted, and when I'm talking about kids, like the person or the being that I want to speak to in my music and life is I want to find like the baby in you before that stuff's even introduced to you. Like that 1 to like 3, you're probably the genius.
Yeah.
You're trapped in this little baby body and nobody understands your blah, 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 blah. But truth being told, like you're probably the smartest being on the planet at that point. So I'm like trying to talk to that person in you even as you grow up, because as you grow up, you should be growing down. Like the oldest people, they're still like loving life. They get to the point of screw all of this. Like I can just have fun again. Like I can be myself. Old people are the coolest people because they don't got nothing they're trying to like hide.
I mean, because they already live.
Exactly.
They live.
That's you returning back to a baby. So like if we could figure that out in that like in between period too, which that's what I'm like hardcore on right now. Talking definitely to the kids in that last like 8 bars.
Bro, when I was listening to that song, I was like, I think that might be my favorite song by you, bro.
Yo, and we got the singer's in the building right here. Like that's in the background. Shay right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Yeah. It's like
that might be my favorite song by you, bro.
Like, love. And that, to be honest, that was like my first like crap. A lot of songs I feel like were not written by me. And that's why a lot of the stuff is like even in Mirror, I'm saying stuff like I'm your mirror, but you could be saying that too, saying my lyrics, and it sounds like you're talking to yourself. Yeah. All of my lyrics up to that point were like written in a very somebody's talking to me, and I'm writing this so I can hear it back to myself.
Got you.
Whereas like Wavy was one of my first like present songs, and like that was me dedicating myself to being present in the moment. So like starting off, what I said on the first line, it's official, I'm an issue. You notice when you're hearing that they dish you. That was a very present thing. That's why I said I was in a weird place at that time. It was me recognizing that, oh, they killed Jesus. And he only helped people. All he did his whole life was try to help people. And they still killed him. Okay. Let me understand my journey a little bit better. You see what I'm saying? So like, that was me recognizing it. And by the end of it, you hit it on the head. Is like I realized, oh, let me focus. Like who I need to be talking to are the ones that it resonates with. Yeah, really, it's the kids. It's the child minded. The people that see the world as like one dope, unique place, not a bunch of different everything. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own ego, so they create their own little worlds. But kids are looking at it like, yo, we're all here. Let's do something dope together. That's how I want to view the world, man. Like everybody got something to offer. So yeah, man, Wavy. Whoa, bro, you brought it back with Wavy, man.
That when I was like, damn, this is the one. Like this is like that'll like love Mirror because it has a lot. Like we talked about, a lot of gems. But Wavy is like, because you had another bar in there, and I was like, and it had something to do with the waves. I forgot what it was. I'm dripping like the last
Jay-Z too on there.
You said and the bar ended with I'm dripping. Wow, I can't.
It's losing me too right now. I know I got the flooded like a river because I'm wavy. I never need an AP.
That was another one too. Yeah. But damn, there was another bar on there. But it was something blah 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 because I'm dripping. Bro. I'm the wave because it was something like that.
I've been so on mirror that I haven't even. I got to go back and like actually listen to Wavy again because you got me
just, because I'm from New York, bro. I'm from Brooklyn, and growing up, like my favorite like rappers was like Fab, and Lloyd Banks.
Yeah.
So like they, they're like the like Lloyd Banks calls himself the PLK, Punchline King. So I, what I mean, I catch something, I'm like, yo, like what I'm saying, like.
So okay, so with that said, do you peep a little bit of the method to that madness? Because I don't like to like, in the sense of wrestling, I don't like to like haymaker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I like to like, I don't want you to get so caught up on catching that line that you miss the next line. Yeah. So like, listen to it.
For sure.
Catch the vibe, but then go back and piece it together later. Yeah. That's really the focus of that. So you catching all the stuff that's like, that's why I called it wavy. Notice the hook doesn't say anything about being wavy. It was just like this, I was writing from that perspective of how can I keep my zen when I feel like everything is like weird? How do I stay, in the middle space of all of that? And yeah, bro, like that song definitely captured it, and you heard all the pieces. That that's crazy.
I was like, oh, yo, this is my favorite. And then of course the one I posted about was Bossy. Yeah. Which funny you talking about the kids and like the cover art is Boss Baby.
Yeah.
So
little Boss Baby Pain.
Yeah. And then and on that one, it's the ultimate gem of bro, the ultimate gem. Cause I was like, as soon as I heard it, I was like, oh, I gotta post this one. Yeah. And it's wow. I literally it's in my brain. It's Don't Call Me. Bro, that's it. I'm going on my Instagram, bro. Cause it's literally on there. Here it goes. If it ain't propelling the movement, I'm probably flaking out. Don't invite me. I invite my bank account. Want to hear my voice? I'll send an invoice. Bro, you hear this?
That was definitely channeling some part of Jay's life. I feel like that was definitely channeling Jay.
This is crazy. This is crazy. Like, salute to you, bro. Because this is.
It's about learning your value.
No, facts. And like, protecting your peace too.
Yeah, it's like, bro, like that's even with Jesus things. Like Jesus, I don't think worked for money, man. But like we live in a society that's like 100% driven by money, and I tried to do it without money. And I've done a lot with it. Like without it, it's like if a 10-minute Uber ride conversation can change somebody's life, like cool, I'll ride that as much as I can without having to like sacrifice to get money. But like over the years, it got to the point of like, dang, but I've literally depleted myself, and people are able to prosper off that and get money. Why am I not? You know what I'm saying? Why am I not connecting that dot for myself? So yeah, it became that. It's like I can't be so giving with my time. I do want to be in the people that express the things that I should be getting triggered by the right way. Yeah, you got it all. You got me. But it shouldn't be the whole world. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's
I feel like that can resonate with so many people. Because there's a lot of people who especially in this time day and age, there's a lot of people who are more takers than givers. So you know what I mean? Especially in this day and age.
We was talking about how, and I did a podcast like a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about that too. It's like actually it's the one I just posted. Like reciprocal energy is like a lost art now. Like everything used to be barter, and it was down to the energy level. You know what I mean? But now people think, oh, if I can give you a lot of abusive relationships, if I can give you all this money, I could treat you like trash. That's not an even exchange. No. You know what I'm saying? So like people have kind of submitted themselves to survival, and they're not thinking about what it looks like to actually like thrive. And that's us working together. When two or more working together, that's God, that's the universe, that's things working the right way. So it's like if I can find anybody that resonates with me, we can make this energy that we're manifesting trump. I don't want to use the word Trump, but we can trump that energy that's against it. It's gonna create more energy against it. That's what Wavy's talking about. When you're doing right, they're gonna hate. It's supposed to happen like that. But you don't have to subject your thought process to it, especially if you're surrounded by people that are keeping you in that wave of I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So yeah, we on point with that. And I'm glad that resonates, man, because a lot of people are giving a lot of their life energy, bro. And they don't realize that it's like if you're not doing what you love, you're not giving the right energy.
Mm-hmm.
You're actually manifesting something that later down the line you're not gonna be happy with.
Yeah.
And I've watched too many people do it in my short life. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to do whatever I can to be different in that space.
No, I feel that, bro. Like I said, as soon as I heard that, I was like, this is the one to post. Especially like in this day and age, bro. And especially like doing podcasting and stuff. Meet a lot of people who are just takers. And you know, when I seen that, I was like, I'm posting this right now. Like immediately. Like I was somewhere and I stopped mid conversation. I was talking to somebody and I was like, yo, hold on, give me like 5 minutes.
Right.
And I went and posted it real quick. And I was like, all right, my bad, bro. I just needed to be like, I needed to stop what I was doing at that point. When I seen that, when I heard it, I was like,
interestingly enough, too, that song was dropped on my 30th. It was on my 30th birthday.
Word.
So like in that sense of growing up but growing down.
Yeah.
When I hit, you know, everybody tell us like 30 is like our parents, everybody said 30 is like you gotta have your everything together. And my whole 20s being kind of like lost without fully having both parents and dad being the worker that he is. It's like I learned that bar that they were setting wasn't realistic. It was realistic for them because they had us.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas we lived our lives in a little different ways. Like not everybody has kids. Some people did the college thing. A lot of our parents didn't go to college. So like we're doing different things. So we have a little bit different parameters. So like once I kind of broke through that like shadow period, I call it the shadow period from 27 to 30, where it's like you're just facing everything that you were programmed and you're like having to kind of like retweak and become who you are
It's
for
like
the first time.
area. It's like a gray area.
Yeah, it's like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like, and it feels uncomfortable and you kind of got to break through hating yourself a little bit for any decision you made that now you're learning was wrong. And then like 30 to me is like, I hit this spot of like, oh, I'm a baby again. But baby in sense of my traumas don't affect me the same way, but I got all the knowledge of being a 29 and 30-year-old as this baby. So let me start life over and bro, in the craziest way, that was last year. In the craziest way, it's been like different periods are feeling like different 2-month, 3-month periods are feeling like different year periods of my life. Like right now feels like coming from Broward to UCF for the first time and like I'm surrounded by a bunch of people that don't know me, but I resonate with them. But this time I'm not shy. I had just lost my mom when I first got to UCF. So it was like, hey, that's the V in my name. So it's like, it's a part of everything. Shout out to my mother for real. But it was like, I was blocked off, but people were attracted to my energy. And it was like a loving energy, but I didn't love myself at the time. I didn't understand anything. But it's like to be able to redo that now and feel like I'm back in that time period and I got the same kind of like new love as well as old love coming to me. It's like I know how to receive it now. And I know how to reciprocate it. So it's like I'm seeing how those tweaks are like leading to new opportunities in life that are also financial, but more so is like connectivity. Like if I can hop around the world and do what I like to do on a low budget, then I don't need money. As long as I can get where I need to and talk to the people and be with the people, like, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to put it out there. So whoever want to get me to come to Thailand, whoever want to get me to come anywhere, you know what I'm saying? The Philippines, Africa, like that's what I want to do. I want to travel the world, tell these stories. I can sit and lecture my songs, you know what I'm saying? And just tell my story because that's all it is. I got a playlist on Spotify and Apple Music of all of my streamable music since 2015 in chronological order. And like new like friends will ask me like, yo, can I have your music? Like I want to hear your stuff. And I'll send them that playlist. And if they actually take the time to just listen through, it's like 2.5 hours or something. But if you listen through all of that straight through, you literally get my story because that was my journal in the time when I didn't have people around.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So it's just it's a cool time period, bro. Just to like receive love and give it. And I've always given it. I've always been that, but to know that it's actually I'm being replenished by it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It makes it a little easier to not have to duck away and recharge in certain ways. Like I can have that in my schedule now. So yeah, bro. Yeah, I don't even know where that tangent started.
No,
but
you're good, bro.
yeah, just it's so much. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good love and the energy, bro.
Yeah.
And I just want to keep resonating that. It's a lot of like weird everything going on right now, but in our spheres, we can keep something different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure. And speaking of being with the people, you know, you have the hippie hideouts.
Yeah. We the future movement.
You know what I'm saying? Talk to me about that, bro. Tell me where that came from.
Hippie hideout. Wow. Hippie hideout came from me being the artist hitting every open mic and feeling somewhat of like a competitive energy, somewhat of like a uncomfortableness when as an artist, I'm going out to this thing because I'm about to express like my deepest inner thoughts. I shouldn't have to feel uncomfortable in that. Especially when I'm surrounded by other people that are doing the same thing. So just being someone that went through that real 5 or 6 year journey of just hitting every show and trying to get a face out. And also early years in college being the rapper that they said, oh, because you're a rapper, you should be in club promotions. That was the way to make money as a rapper. You got to be a club promoter. You got to be a host. That's not who I was. I didn't even feel comfortable hosting at the time at all.
What was it? Afton? You was part of you was on Afton? No.
Nah. I've actually went to a friend show for Afton in Jacksonville. But I've never actually performed with Afton. I've done coast to coast, so that's another it's the same thing. But now I'm talking about like local promotions out here. Like I was part of Vane. Yeah, let me actually give a little bit of my history out here. Like I was part of Vane in their early popping years before they turned to
Celine.
Yeah, this is like their Wild Out Wednesdays was like the college night. I was the college guy.
Gotcha.
Like so that the DJs that were on that, he's now the Wildin' Out DJ. He's also on one of my old hits from back then. So like, it's the same Keep, Tony Koo and all of them. Like it's the same people that kind of have power out here in that promotions field. And it was cool for me because like I knew people and I was attracting people. But like I said, I didn't know how to monetize that. I didn't understand that really. I didn't even really know how to be comfortable with it yet. So like it wasn't the best place for me to be doing like promotions and all of that. But dang, why did I bring up promotions?
Oh, you said for the hippie hideouts.
Yeah. So club time, 10 to 2. That's if you get there at 10, you're probably getting some discounts. You're there early for the early. 11 o'clock is like that's the last like chance for some discounts. 12 o'clock is like you're a boss if you're showing up after that. You good because you just coming in, you sliding and having a good time. So 10 to 2. I decided, and when Hippie first started, that's what it was. It was 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. And it literally, if you look it up on Eventbrite, it still says it in the description. It's an alternative to like the club life because I think it's like Alina something. I forgot her name, but she has a song where she's describing being at a party as just this like wandering thinker and like, why am I even here? I don't even like to drink. I don't even like this stuff. They're uncomfortable. I see it. That started to resonate with me a little bit more. It's like, what's something that like I can do? That's what it came down to. It's like, what can I go do on a Friday night? It was on Fridays first. Where could I go hang out as an artist and just feel comfortable? And that's where the idea of that came from. A hippie overall to me is just an independent thinker. It's a person that's like independent in society. You're choosing the route less traveled and figuring it out. It's been shown in different iterations in history, but that's us currently, the ones that's on these paths of like creating podcasts and creating music, fashion designers, just anybody just using what's up here and making something. And yeah, hideout, because I didn't want everybody to know about it. So it was like, yo, if you feel like you just like low key and you dope as hell, like come out here and kick it with us. It's a kickback first. It's an open mic kickback. So feeling comfortable just hanging out, then you're also gonna feel comfortable saying, hey, y'all want to hear my music? So it started as that. Like it's a safe space. Don't come here and feel like somebody's gonna boo you for being yourself. Don't feel any of that energy. Just come up here, give who you are, and watch people actually show you real love because of that. 4 years later, here we are. You know what I mean? Like all through 2020. We kept it being monthly. Then when the lockdown happened, we took it online. I started doing an Instagram weekly. And that made it open up to like getting even other countries and stuff involved with the performances. But yeah, bro, it's really just it's a safe space, man. It's like it's a kickback. It's like, hey, do you want to hang out? Do you want to go somewhere and be comfortable, kick it with your friends, meet new friends? We always got Big Drew in the building with the food. Shout out Big Drew. Community Center 729. That's where we have it. It's already a safe space itself. It's a holistic space. They sell stones, jewelry, sound bowls. They do meditations daily. There's so much going on there, and they allowed us the space to come and bring like that creative, artistic energy, which is all in the same way. Just put it all in the same space. Let us all manifest together, essentially. So yeah, bro, it's a vibe.
I also noticed too. Last project was 2017.
Oh yeah, Cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah, on my neck. Yeah.
So, do you have a new project in the works or?
Yo, so there's always been projects in the work. That's what I'll say. It's always been projects in the work, and I'm pretty sure most like artists are thinking like that. It's just the game has been changing like the whole time I've been in it officially as an independent. Currently, I'm looking at the best route being single for single, even if all those singles are on the project. Because I got a bunch of projects stored. I got several projects worth of music, but I'm realizing like, do I want to have to introduce a total new audience to a full concept in this several songs, or do I want to give them the bite-sized pieces and really make them feel like how we're able to market Mirror right now? Like I'm shooting new content for it. The other day we shot 2 music videos to it just cause like we were out, had time to do it. Like really, I want to bring that energy back too, like to really pushing your songs. Like we're not famous artists yet. If you're on a local level, if you haven't bought a house for your parents and all this other stuff, grind out like you aren't known yet. You know what I'm saying? I love that people know me and can recognize me and know me from my B.I.G days and all that, but like I'm still a new artist to the world. You know what I mean? So I want to push these songs to where it's heard everywhere it can be heard, and then I'll give you some more. I want my fans to demand my album. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Because it's a long time coming. I want it to be like, yo, where's the album? Like you going crazy every month, every 2 months, every 3 months, you dropping all this stuff. Where's the album? Yeah. That's where I'm at with it. And Cancer, interestingly enough, and I think it's probably why I kind of even fell back. On a personal level, like confidence wise, that project, my first one as Pain was 2015. That was RCS1, dropped it on my mother's birthday. I marketed that brand of Reality Check all year, or at least even the year before that. I was performing the lead single 2 Tears at every show for like 8 to 10 months before the project dropped. 2017, the buzz had gotten so big that I tried the Beyonce, the Drake of just boom, here's my project.
Yeah.
And it worked. Like that's when a lot of people took notice, and it was like, I remember getting messages like, yo, I've never seen local artists in this city get that much like love off of a project where like I'm going to different circles and they're listening to it. There's only 4 songs on there, but it was a combination of songs of like all the people that I was working with at the time. It was me really pushing their energy too, as a Cancer shit. So that I think that kind of scared me too, to like try to jump back out there with a project. But I have dropped singles. I definitely haven't dropped as consistent as I could because I really fell into building We the Future, building my events. Photography changed my life. I was able to quit my job off photography in 2017. It was just a lot going on in that time period. I think my first festival in 2017. I performed at my first festival in 2017. I performed in New York for the first time in 2017. So all that energy was happening around that it was like, oh yeah, let me just drop something. I think I can do it still, but I really don't want it to be like that. That was cool for the city and taking notice of like all the people that knew me up to that point. But like the man I am now is like, I really want that kid in China to hear it. I really want that guy smoking that joint in the UK to hear me. I want that Jamaican to hear me. I want that Tanzanian. I want everybody to hear these things because I do got people in Nigeria dancing to my music. They want Mirror to dance to it. It's like, why am I gonna skip over all of that like great resonation and energy just so I can get more music out.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, bro, like y'all don't care about the next single right now. Let's focus on this one and do it. But just with that said, I'll say I got enough music I can drop for the next 5 years and pace it if I wanted to do it like that. But I do see a project coming, like I said, when it's demanded.
Yeah. And work funny though, you have enough music to drop project for the next 5 years. Funny because K-Pod said the same thing. He's like, are you shout out to K-Pod too.
Yeah, shout out to the boy.
And
on that one next. We on that one next, man.
And he was like, are you really an artist if you don't have a vault of music that will probably, some of it will never see the light of day, and some of it will, it's like, this is, like you have your schedule. And which is true. I know most of the artists that I know literally have a vault of music.
Producers, artists, because the thing is, you never really stop creating. So, and what artists, especially like upcoming artists in this new generation where everything is microwave, it's like you don't realize that song you wrote when you were 15 it can make you rich at 35.
Yeah.
You don't have to put it out at 15. If it's and you probably was writing more clear, more for like the whole world at that time too, before you started having your own experiences for real. Those songs are still valuable. So like, yeah, my vault of the last couple of years is 5 years deep. But like, if you go back to my vault in high school, 1,000+ songs in that time period. That if I go back and really listen to it, some of those things can be here now.
Yeah,
because I was writing about love in a general way. I wasn't talking about my experiences with love. It was like, nah, this is just love. This is what school is. You know how many kids go to school? The majority of them. So it's like that's your stock as an artist, as an independent artist. You showing up to a label after, I could run up Mirror and drop a project and then get a label hearing me and say, yo, we want to sign you for a 2-project deal. Which is not a bad idea, guys. Don't be scared of the label if you got a vault. Because then it's like, here's your 2 projects. Pay me my money. I can move on and do the next 2 projects with another label if I wanted to. But the idea of like your vault is your token. You know what I'm saying? Like that is what you bring to the leverage. Table. Yeah, that's you. Like that's the creation. So yeah, I'm not trying to give it. I took time. I've been patient. I turned down a deal in high school because I don't want to sell the thing that I created in my room for nothing. Like if you help me make money with it, we can split that. But the music, nah, let me learn how to really manage this. Let me learn how to really do this. And it took me all this time. It took me 15 or so years of being in the industry, creating music, all of that to fully get the understanding. But, and I can't even say fully, there's still more to learn, but I at least know how to maintain myself as an independent artist. And that's what a hippie is. It's like, if I can maintain my life, my business with what I can do from this in my mind, I don't need to use anybody else. I don't need to do any of the little tricky BS that people get into just to survive. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm good. Even if I was poor, when I was homeless, all the things that I've went through, me having this music and knowing that my purpose longer term is still being worked on, I could deal with this day to day. I could deal with it. I don't need to go rob somebody. Cool. It's somehow I'm gonna eat. Somehow I'm gonna have a place to sleep. Somehow.
If you got that hustler's trait in you, you know what I mean? If you're if you're striving for greatness, like that, it's gonna come. It's gonna come. There's gonna be some tough times. Yeah, man. And how you handle the tough times as well. So, but man, I have to ask you. I mean, it's like the most typical question to ask an artist. But what is your top 5?
Oh, this question is always hard for me. It's okay. I'll just throw some names. It's definitely not in order. I'm gonna throw Ye up there first, just because everybody hating on my guy. Interestingly enough, dog, he lost his mom the year before me, and it's like I've been able to like view his journey from local famous, from his perspective, and also learn from his mistakes too. I don't go out and say everything that I'm thinking, even though I be understanding where he's coming from. So yeah, Ye as just a person, like he's an overall artistic guy. Okay, is that what are you asking? Favorite artists or
favorite
rappers? Because I know with lyrics, it's a totally different list.
I mean, even you could still, to me, Ye could be
Okay,
in
facts.
both.
Yeah, Ye is on that list.
I mean, this guy has like 4 or 5 classic albums.
That's a fact. And you know, the only questionable part is just because he didn't write it all.
Yeah.
It's like,
but
so
you could say that. But you could say that
list
about a lot of people. You could say that about Drake.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And I don't put Drake there in the top 5. Jay for sure. Nas for sure. I'm gonna say Pac before Biggie, and that's probably my first time saying that out loud.
It's all right.
Yeah, I think Pac, just because like his length of music and the journey. Like if you listen to the stuff he was talking about at 17 and 18, it's like, whoa, for real?
People forget that Pac died at like the age of 25.
Yeah, he was still young and he had a very illustrious career before that. So yeah, definitely Pac in there.
Five.
That's
where 5.
That's where it get tricky.
The 5 gets tough every time.
Ooh. Damn. Can I make it like
like
man.
a B?
Yeah, it's kind of like
or a 6-man.
It's Cole Kendrick.
Got you.
Like they're the crop of like the old generation that did it. I like what Cole did with it more in the sense of he built the WTF. He built like a full.
When you brought that up earlier, when you said like I focus more on this, I wanted to say like kind of like how Cole did with Dreamville, because these guys are like
they all dope. It's like how do you? It's like the sense of like how much excess do you need before you can help the next person for real? Because like I dare him to have met Boss and said, "Yeah, you dope, but I'm gonna just go back over here and do my own thing." Yeah. It's like, no, come along, dog. You too flame. Like, just how I feel about all my family. Like, yo, if you dope and you are willing to show that you dope and you could tell me your life and it makes sense to your dopeness and all, it's like, oh, you are a creation. Like, you deserve to be seen too. So if standing next to me at any point can help you be seen more, so now people are looking at you too, let's do it. Like,
you look at like Earth Gang, they're on tour with Imagine Dragons right now.
Bro, and I seen Imagine Dragons at UCF, and they're one of my favorite performing bands. Cause like, look at the wildness they do and why it's Earth Gang on that, because they wild too. Who knew that should have connected? Yeah. That's like Outkast should have been connected with those same type of people back in the day. So like, yeah, bro, like, and I didn't Outkast 3 Stacks should be on that list, but same thing, like albums, his confidence level. But the fact that he still delivers every time he's on something, even with him admitting those truths, is like, yeah, he's definitely top tier.
Every time I see like an album came out and Andre's like has a feature, you already know that.
It's like now that album was more valuable.
Yeah.
Just because he's on it.
And you know he's gonna go crazy. Yeah. He's gonna steal the show.
He's definitely like in the rap game, he's definitely, it's like I feel like I'm him and Kanye together. It's like him, Kanye, and Jay. Yeah. Like mentality wise from Jay. Kanye, how I view life as a kid, and then 3 Stacks for like delivery and like I've always wanted to be that 70s looking guy, like that Hendrix shirt off, and you're seeing that a lot in my like more recent music. It's like I'm getting back to like sweaty dungeon jungle music. Like let's have a good time. Like forget what you look like. Let's have a good time. So and I think that was 3 Stacks kind of vibe too. So like, yeah, bro, like the industry kind of made it to where people that think like us couldn't survive in it no more, and it had to take to after this shift happened to see if they could still jump back in. I'm seeing him want to be involved. And if I could be the person that gets 3 Stacks fully back into the music again, bro, just I'm here, man. Like hit me for real. Yeah.
And as you know, bro, there's a second part to this show. So, it's wrestling rap game, bro. Wrestling wise, man, what's I've Attitude Era, like early 90s or late 90s, early 2000s?
Yeah, that's the main era.
So were you one of those kids in school telling teachers suck it?
No, I wasn't telling teachers. Look, my last name already gave me a bad rep, so I didn't try to be like the outwardly kid. My last name was Payne. Kindergarten pain in the butt. Teachers would say that. It's like, why are you saying that to me? So I wasn't saying it to teachers, but I definitely was watching it. I had the games, I had the figurines, all that kind of stuff. But
is it No Mercy? Were you playing No Mercy on the 64?
I believe No Mercy, and it was something. What's the other names?
You have No Mercy, WrestleMania 2000. That was on the 64.
I didn't have that one.
SmackDown.
I had the SmackDowns.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the ones. What did you about to ask me? Who my favorite?
No, I was gonna ask you, like, to me, by far, No Mercy is the best one, bro.
I don't remember the gameplay as much to call that, but whichever one had the characters that I knew and loved the most. I know SmackDown started getting into like the newer era that I didn't know. So I'm pretty sure No Mercy.
But like No Mercy is the one that had like The Rock, Stone Cold, DX.
That's not the one you could create you couldn't do the story mode though.
No, it had a story mode.
Okay, I think I might have
kind of sorta. It was like you pick whoever was on the roster, and then you do like you climb your way to like the main championship. Yeah. But it was like before like games got so advanced that they had like storylines and stuff.
Oh, okay. So that was like so I think SmackDown might have been my favorite then. Okay. That's the one that had you create a character and go through his whole career. Yeah. Yeah, that I loved any game like that. Yeah. NCAA had it at the time.
2K has it now.
Tony Hawk had it.
Oh yeah, Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk one was crazy.
Tony Hawk games are fire.
So all of those like story games. But So I was into the games though. I was definitely into the games.
Okay. So, were you the Rock guy or were you a Stone Cold guy?
I think if I had to pick out of those two, it would be Stone Cold, but I wasn't neither one of them. I liked like the high flying type guys. I was
like Rey Mysterio.
Brothers. Yeah, I like Rey Mysterio. I like the Hardy brothers. I liked dang, I can't remember his name.
At that time you had
I was a big fan of Brock Lesnar at the time.
Oh yeah, Brock is
like that because I was physically watching wrestling, but like to see that moment when he slammed
Big Show,
the Big Show,
yeah,
it was like I was so much of a root for the character type person that Brock Lesnar just seemed like the clean cut hero guy, killing this big monster. Yeah, like I really like that. I kind of got off him as he got more into like the character and got a little bit evil. But yeah, Brock Lesnar was definitely my favorite for a while. Just the type of brute power. His moves are always like
and like secretly funny and secretly like funny. He's a secretly funny dude. Like when him and like Kurt Angle had like whatever their thing was.
I forgot about Kurt Angle too,
And like Kurt Angle's secretly funny too. Yeah. Like he's like, he could put you on a pretzel considering he's like an Olympic gold medalist in wrestling, like beat everybody in the world. And then he could come in and just like, I drink milk and Stone Cold had beer and he would drink his milk like Stone Cold would drink his beer. Like put
Goofy.
Like he was just I don't want to say a dork, but they made him dorky.
Eddie, exactly, and that's actually why I didn't like him. Yeah, to be honest, I wasn't really a fan of Kurt Angle. Like I hated his moves. I hated all his moves or submission stuff. I hated it just seemed weak to me. Yeah, like, I don't watch wrestling and see you make somebody tap out. Like that's not fun.
Yeah.
Eddie Guerrero, man.
Yeah, man.
Like that. I like people that had swag. Booker T was like
Booker T generation
a little bit before them.
Yeah,
but I like him and Eddie Guerrero as like the two swaggiest wrestlers at that time. Like The Rock came in and kind of. I didn't like The Rock's character, to be honest. I wasn't a fan of like the whole eye thing. It was just it was cool.
$5,000 Versace shirt and
that wasn't really appealing to me. But like Eddie Guerrero and Booker T just being themselves. Solely who they are, like they were really representing their cultures.
They were themselves with the volume turned up.
Yeah, it's like really put on the show real quick, and it didn't seem fake. Yeah, you know what I mean, like the lowrider joint, like all of that was.
You could tell that was them.
Mm-hmm. That's who they were in or outside of wrestling. It wasn't like a fake thing being put on for the TV. So even though it was still a show, it was like I am showing up as myself in this reality show.
Now I talked about this on a previous episode, but you as a rapper, I feel like you'd appreciate it more. Huh. You're aware of Bret Hart, right?
Bret Hart, yeah.
So Bret Hart's nickname is the Hitman.
Okay.
His finisher was the Sharpshooter.
Okay.
And his other nickname was the Excellence of Execution.
Huh.
And he's the Hitman. When I found that out, I found this out like later in life. And I was like, yo, Bret Loki had bars because these are all things he came up with in his own brain.
So, oh yeah, just like the full concept behind the name matching the move.
Yeah.
Because is there any other ones that have like? Because they have names to the moves, but they're pretty general.
Yeah,
that seems like a concept.
I mean, some of them like they play off their names. Like The Rock his name is The Rock, so his finisher's Rock Bottom.
Yeah.
Stone Cold is like the Stone Cold Stunner.
Which that Stone Cold Stunner is probably the other coolest name.
Yeah. And then I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Sean had a crazy like a dope name for his too. Like his super kick is Sweet Chin Music.
I do remember that too. Okay.
So it's like, and then Triple H was a rich, like was it aristocrat?
Yeah.
He was a rich aristocrat, blue blood dude, and his finisher's the pedigree. Like, but Brett,
yeah, that's the
hitman, and my finisher's the sharpshooter.
Yeah,
and I'm the excellence of execution. I was like, yo, Brett was going crazy
on every level. He hit that. Yeah,
and I didn't get it until I was in my 20s.
I didn't hear that until now, and
it took me.
That is a bar.
It took me 20 years to figure that out.
Okay, hold up, because Booker T used to be rapping on there too.
Yeah.
Okay, what have you ever compared the artists that you have on here to a wrestler? Like what wrestler would I represent?
To me,
of any era.
To me, I would Jeff Hardy.
Really?
Or like Rob Van Dam.
Oh wow. Okay, talk to me about that. So that's crazy.
I feel like
I really like the Hardy brothers.
Like Jeff was just he was cool, but different, and not being different to purposely, not being weird, not weird. I don't want to say weird, but not different. As far as like to be weird, that's what I meant to say. Like to weird people out. It was like, no, I'm just being myself. Like, you know what I mean? This is the early 2000s, so he's painting his fingernails. He's coloring his hair rainbow colors. He's you know what I'm saying? And then same thing with RVD. RVD had the cool airbrush tights, or I guess tights. And when he came in, Vince was like, I don't like that. You need to change that. And Rob Van Dam was like, no, this is who I am. This is my thing. This is why you signed me. So if you didn't like who I was and this is who I am, why did you sign me? And Vince was like, I'm gonna just leave dude alone. And then he ended up excelling to that next level. Same thing with Jeff Hardy. They couldn't get rid of Jeff Hardy because Jeff Hardy had such a connection with the fans, and it didn't matter what kind of fan.
That's independence. That's hippie.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, he's a hippie that was in the industry, just like an Erykah Badu. Those kind of people. But it's like, like they love me, and this is how you get paid. So why are you gonna shake that?
And it's like, that's why I feel like you're like kind of like them, because you're not trying to be like everybody else. You're trying to be in your own lane, and it doesn't matter. You're not being apologetic about it. You're gonna either accept me or you're not going to. But either way, you're gonna look stupid not accepting me because everybody likes me, or everybody blanks with me. You could interpret that. I'll probably bleep it out. So
rock, bang, kick it.
You know, yeah. So it's like, that's how I feel. Like I feel like that's who you would be most relatable to. Is you
that's dope.
You rock to the beat of your own drum.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly how I would interpret you with them.
Okay, so so I'm like collecting characters that people say like from their things that they watch.
Yeah.
So there's the Pain character from Naruto that people have been telling me about. Aang is the guy that I compare myself to. So it's like, okay, cool. So I gotta dive into like more of his story too. That's dope. I've never been compared to a wrestler before. So that's, shout out to that. That's
my first time doing that.
Oh, dope. Yeah, I think that's because like put me in your world. Like, I like it because he definitely stands out to me. And question is Rob Van Dam actually the other Van Dam's brother?
No,
that was all. That was never a thing.
He did that purposely.
Okay,
and he did that because he does have experience in martial arts. So he just was like, Jean-Claude Van Damme was just the hottest thing at that time, and he was like, I'm gonna just use this to my advantage, and then and then he just
That's dope because I found out today that that's not his brother.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, no, but it was I said it was a smart thing on his part. So, but yeah, bro. Man, like I said, I can't thank you enough for coming on here, bro.
It's long time coming.
For real.
We were supposed to been do it.
Yeah.
I'm glad it happened when it did.
Yeah.
Plenty more. I don't know like how often you have repeat people, but like I'm.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I mean, whenever you want to come back, bro. Whenever you want to come back, that it's not my door, but the door is always open for you, bro.
Facts.
You know, regardless of what, whenever you want to come back, just you know what I mean, you hit me up. I'll hit you up if
you go to wrestling events.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go to a wrestling event.
Okay.
I got a homie that's gonna try to take me to some boxing stuff too.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I want to get into all these worlds. I've been recently going to like wakeboard and stuff. So like, yeah, I want to get into that world, bro, because we grew up on that. Like Tony Hawk.
Oh no, bro. I go every Tuesday.
Oh, this is like okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I go every Tuesday.
What happens every Tuesday?
WWE has they have a whole Orlando is now the base like of wrestling now, bro.
I heard about that.
So literally on Colonial and Forsyth, they have an NXT. It's called NXT. And
it's one of those warehouses in the cut.
Yeah.
Oh man, we throwing a party at that. If it's the one with the boxing gym.
So yeah, it's literally when you go on Forsyth, kind of like going towards like Butter's crib.
Yeah.
It's literally on Forsyth and Colonial, right behind that Circle K. You make that first left, and they have they bought like a whole warehouse.
It's before the school or after the school?
Before the school.
Okay.
And
crazy.
Literally, they bought like 2 warehouses, and they have a whole arena there. They have a gym. That's where all of the people, like even the guys like Undertaker, will pop up every now and then. And they have a whole gym and everything, and that's where all their new superstars go and train at now. So when you get if you get signed, they move you to Orlando, and that's where you're at.
Man, that's a vibe. All right, so I just got a new mission placed in my head. So I got a new mission. I gotta find a wrestler that will make Mirror their theme, their intro music. Every time I come around, I think that'll be so cool, like for intro music.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. It'll happen, bro.
Throwing it out there. This is how I manifest, y'all. That's the secret. Just throw it out there and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, bro. Just let me know when you're free on Tuesday, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
I'm with it.
I'm literally there every Tuesday.
All right. Yeah, so, I'll keep you posted. This will be soon.
And yeah, man. Give me your socials, bro. Tell them where they can reach you at.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So if you're looking for me, you can find me on Instagram, and any other platform, pretty much at IAMPVYNE. That's I Am Pain. The V is for my mother. Please don't forget it. You can find me on. Also at Viva La Pain on Instagram. That's my coaching. That's the other side of everything, guys. Like, yeah, there's business to this too. You got to learn business. So that's how I'm showing my people how to get themselves prepared, even in the music business, through coaching and consulting. All of my creative endeavors you can find on my Instagram page. We the Future Movement is also in my bio. Any creative endeavor that we are on, they are on, follow that too. You probably can get involved somehow. And yeah, that's it. And on all music platforms is also PVYNE. No I am, just PVYNE. That's on YouTube too. Dropped a lot of crazy music videos in the last 2 years. So yeah, just stay tuned, man. But hit me directly. That's who I am. Okay. You can hit me directly on this thing, and you can find out all this information from me telling you on this platform as well. So yeah, thank you.
All right, man. You can reach me. They call me Pun. Also Instagram for Wrestling Rap Game, WTRG Pod. I want to shout out Off the Rope. I wish I would have wore Off the Rope shirt today too, so I could show you that too, because they got some dope stuff. Rap wrestling stuff.
Oh, it's like already.
It's fusions. It's rap wrestling fusions. I have some in my bag. I can show you one.
I've been seeing that a lot too lately. Not to interrupt, but I've been seeing a lot of like pop-ups of artists going on the wrestling shows, bro. Like that's 2 Chainz. I seen his.
Yeah,
I think
bro.
Snoop.
Yeah, the Migos hosted a WWE event. Griselda goes to a lot of wrestling events.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Action Bronson does a theme song for one of the wrestlers.
I can believe that.
Big E, he's in a team with Kofi Kingston. Mm-hmm. He became WWE champion, which is, I just want to point that out because I love bringing this stat up.
Who?
Kofi Kingston.
Yeah.
I mean he's in a group called the New Day. And one of the guys, Kofi Kingston, also I was there when he became WWE champion.
Yeah, I know of him. I paid attention to him because he was Jamaican.
So he's the Kofi Kingston's the only second fully black WWE champion in WWE history.
Oh wow.
The first one's The Rock.
Okay.
And then third is Bobby Lashley. And fourth is Big E. And mind you, WWE is like 70, 80 years old.
Yeah.
And there's only been 4 black champions.
Look at the country and how many black presidents.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
And Big E, when he became champion, he went on the Breakfast Club. He went on Hot 97 with Ebro. He did College Game Day, and he did the intros for Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury last year.
Wait, so the wrestler raps?
He doesn't rap. He's just in the culture. Wale does his theme song.
Got you.
Wale does his theme song.
That's dope.
And he brought out Wale to perform his theme song at WrestleMania.
That's dope. Yeah, see that? Yeah, come on, man. It feels like the 80s and 90s again, for real. All these like cultures are clashing.
Bro,
Tupac running around with Mike Tyson type.
I feel like Fab was just on a wrestling show too. DJ Who Kid. So like, bro, rap and wrestling is coming as it used to be.
Yeah, wrestling is like the Rock of sports.
Yeah. So and I feel like rap is now overtaking that. So which is wrestling rap game, bro.
Yeah.
Wrestling rap
you
game.
ahead of the game.
Hey, I try.
I
try.
It's my guy.
I try. But man, thank you guys again. Thank you, bro, for coming through, man.
One more time.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate
Plenty
you.
more.
Like I said, the door is always open for you to come whenever you want. And man, thank you guys. Thank you for 5K on the last episode with Odyssey Jones. Sorry about that. We got new episodes coming too. Man, thank you. I can't thank you guys enough. Make sure y'all tune in. Thank you for Orlando Podcast Studio for your time always, man. This is the home of Wrestling the Rap Game right now. And hopefully for the foreseeable future. And thank you guys again. Appreciate you guys. Howdy.
Yo! If you feel it, make the switch. Every time I come around. Don't be angry, fix your mood. Whenever I come around. Swear the pain made me a different Whenever I come around. Now I'm styling, they profiling. Raise my gaze in the sunshine state. Plus my daddy straight out of them islands. We never vex, we just stick to the time. And spiritual living for guidance. Never put too much in science. Everything irie. We ain't tripping about nothing, it's all me. Make a whole lifetime start like Mayans. If I'm lying, I'm frying, but I'm in the sky like a motherfucking titan. On my horizon, roaring a lion, a tiger, a bear. Whatever you hear, just know I am near, but no need to fear. My purpose is perfectly clear.